The legendary Hyundai Tucson 2024 has just received a wonderful facelift, but there's no drastic change to the exterior. Instead, the big changes are inside. Yes, I can confirm a lot of change inside. But before we go further, I want to talk a little bit about the Hyundai Tucson model. Now, on the topic of competitors, this particular Hyundai Tucson costs 46,000 euros. It rings a bell. It's very similar to my experience with the Peugeot 3008, which was around the similar price. It was 45,000 euros if I recall correctly. And then also we have the likes of the Ford Kuga, which is a bit of a mystery because I compared the Ford Kuga to the spacious Skoda Kodiaq, which in turn competes against something like, let's say, a Hyundai Santa Fe. Getting down to the facelift, what exactly has changed? The biggest change would have been the grille as well when it comes to the exterior. And they've blended the daytime running lights with the grille. They've abandoned the arrow style design in favor of something like this. And I think this looks far better. And they've changed the Hyundai badge a little bit. They've abandoned the shiny badge in favor of something like this. Now, to be honest, I have mixed feelings about it because this kind of badge looks a bit budget compared to the previous design. But then, to be fair, it's an evolution. A change was needed. You get a 360-degree parking camera with parking sensors at the front and at the rear, and you get an actual air vent right here. You get keyless entry for the front doors, but listen to the sound of the door. Wow, it's like every time I close it, there's a lot of shaking going on from above. This whole thing shakes. Wow, okay. Yeah, when it comes to door sounds, it's very generic. And then towards the rear, there's been no drastic change at all. Instead, there's just a new problem. The only problem I noticed, and I think it was on the pre-facelift version as well, is that they put the reverse lights all the way down there, or I think this would be your side indicator, or both. Now, the reason why I say this is a problem is because from experience, if you are behind the wheel of an SUV or a pickup truck, you will not be able to see those reverse lights. All right, everyone, on a side note, I was just gonna check the engine, but then I just realized the bonnet is very heavy for some reason. There's no hydraulic struts or anything. Now over here, we have a 1.6 hybrid petrol engine, and this hybrid technology is not a plug-in. It's the one that recharges by itself. Now it is time to check out the interior of the Hyundai Tucson. First thing I absolutely love would be the steering wheel. This has to be one of the best steering wheels I've ever seen. Its thickness, it's not very thick at all. It's thin and it's very nice to hold on to. And the leather wrapping on it is rather squidgy. It's brilliant. It's great. Now, this time you get a 3-spoke steering wheel, which is good. It looks rather sporty. You see this huge screen right here? This is part of the facelift. They've abandoned the buttons and everything in favor of a huge continuous screen, just like what you've seen in BMW, certain Mercedes models, which is good. Even Kia has this similar system, and it's great. Even the Hyundai Ioniq 5 has it, and it's good. They've abandoned the gear stick over here. They instead put it right here, so the transmission is simple. Am I a fan of this new change, though? I have to say, yeah, I think it suits the Hyundai Tucson better. Now, when I reviewed the Peugeot 3008, big contrast compared to this interior. The Peugeot 3008 will try to make you feel like you're in a premium vehicle. This Hyundai Tucson is rather humble. It makes no attempts doing such a thing. But then at the same time, it doesn't punish you for playing budget like Volkswagen Group tends to do, or, yeah, certain German competitors like BMW and Mercedes. Now the door latch, it's plastic. Ugh. Oh well. Now what I find really cute is that you get tiny pallets. That's cute, rather sporty and cute. Seating adjustments. You get electric seating adjustments and steering adjustments where you can move the steering wheel up, down, in and out. Good, decent. Now, window buttons. Oh dear, that the quality of the plastic. And then over here you get detailed climate control, which is good with the shortcut buttons to your infotainment system. That's decent. And it starts the button right there. Now they moved the parking brake this side to the left side, which is something interesting. And now it's time to check out the practicality solution. So you get 2 cup holders sitting right here of fixed sizes. It's good. They hold my bottle in place, and you get what looks like a wireless stuff from Recharge right here. And then you get additional storage space underneath, just like a typical electric car, or should I say Ioniq model. This is the part that gets very interesting. You get a detailed 12-volt socket, detailed charging port. This has to be one of the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. The presentation is great. It's wonderful. You don't really get this in many competitors these days. Wonderful. Now I look up here and I already noticed you don't get any panoramic roof or no sunroof, and you don't even get glasses holders. Selective, depends. And then you get additional storage space up here, which is rare. But it's good that it's there. Glove box is spacious. Thank goodness for that. And then central console storage, rather deep. Another fun fact, for some reason, you can adjust the seating adjustment of the front seat passenger. I think this would be very ideal for taxis. And then also I noticed something ironic. There's the memory seating that's isolated right here. Seating memory. Why is it all the way up there? It's like it was at a point where I actually forgot it was there. And then if you look at all the buttons at the center here, you get the feeling that some of them look budget. Like there's something about the hazard light button that looks like it's from the 90s. Now it's time to check out the back seats of the Hyundai Tucson. So first thing I can remark is ease of entrance. Great. And also what's pleasant is you get a detailed climate control. Well, it's small, but it's detailed. At least you get to see the temperature details, I'm sure. Handle right here to help myself climb in. Great. And I even get a sun visor. That's wonderful. Feels premium, right? Let's check out the cup holders. Oh, just about great. That's wonderful. 2 charging ports down there and a net for storage space. And a door bin that's just as small as what you get in the front seats. They can just about fit my bottle in there, and that's it. Otherwise, you do get heated rear seats. When it comes to legroom, you get plentiful legroom, but just watch out that on the sides, the railings for the front seat passenger and the driver, they kind of eat up some of the space. Knee room should be good. It should not be an issue, but then again, it can depend on the seating adjustment of the driver and the front seat passenger. Headroom is unquestionable, but the headrest, it's like a brick wall. But then to be fair, I'm quite impressed with how well equipped the back seat is, especially for this price and segment. So over here is the boot space of the Hyundai Tucson. First advantage I see is that the body paint is nowhere to be seen. So therefore you can slide your luggages in and out, and you get the exposed plastic right here, so it's durable. But still, be careful because it can get scratched as well through time. And especially the plastic right here. Now the floor is flat on the surface, but we can adjust it. There are means of adjusting it, I'm sure. And you get a 12-volt socket, which is nicely hidden under this shutter. I don't know what it is about Hyundai, but they take great care of their 12-volt sockets. I mean, this is something I really appreciate about them. And then they get this tether point, which is plastic. What? I mean, I've seen competitors offer shiny tether points, shiny metallic tether points. And just like the Skoda Kodiaq, you get a latch right here to fold on the rear seats, and they fold on pretty fast. So here's my conclusion of the Hyundai Santa Fe 2024 facelift. For a price of 46,000 euros, this has to be one of the best value for money crossover SUVs you can find in this segment compared to the Peugeot 3008 and the Volkswagen Tiguan. Now I'm going to confess, the Volkswagen Tiguan was a bit more expensive when I reviewed it. It was like 57,000 euros, the particular one I reviewed. And that too, the Volkswagen Group, they love penalizing you for playing budget. Whereas Stellantis has a bit of a different problem. They give you all the beautiful designs, like the Peugeot 3008. It looks very premium. It feels premium, but they do compromise a lot when it comes to practicality solutions. Now this Hyundai is interesting when it comes to the equipment list. It's got the endless equipment, which is amazing. But then on the other hand, I have to confess there's a bit of an identity crisis still. It just doesn't feel all that relatable compared to the Peugeot 3008 and the Volkswagen's proud identity. But for me, when I step back and look at the big picture, you get a hybrid petrol engine. Other car manufacturers would actually love charging you extra for that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I will see you all next time.